So I'd love you to tell me a little bit about how you define yourself in relationship to your work, and how you got to be at this point.
Okay.
Like how did it come together?
Yeah. Well, I consider myself to be a medicine person. So it's about healing, and working with plant medicines, working as a shamanic practitioner, in ceremony. Healing is a focus, so it's about medicine, and on a number of levels. The physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And even when it comes to doing things recreational, such as tours, there's still that medicine aspect or component to it, in the sense that even from visiting places and doing group activities and so forth, there's still a healing and transformational aspect to that. So I bring that to the table regardless of what the specific task is that I'm doing or whatever the job is that I happen to be working at that time. So that's how I view myself, being a person that brings medicine, that brings some sort of teaching or wisdom or healing or transformation to whatever it is that I'm doing. So that's how I would define myself at the moment.
Cool.
Things are always changing, but and how I got to be here in Peru is following a calling to learn how to become someone who could be a medicine person, just following a deeply spiritual calling. And I had been searching and on what I would call a quest for knowledge and understanding, spiritually and otherwise in the world, since 2003, after my first visit to a place called the Mayan Riviera in Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula. And that's when I'd say I began to wake up a bit and began to pursue and learn about as much as I could of all things spiritual, philosophy, religion, and also holistic ways of living life, all things natural in a sense. And then eventually that led me to Peru and the Amazon and the shamanic apprenticeship, and here I am 6 years later.
Like what was it? What did it feel like to have this calling?
Well, it happens through dreams, synchronicities or coincidences in life, and just a feeling that I felt or one would feel inside themselves. Perhaps a voice that's whispering and guiding us. I just feel like it, for me specifically, because it came from a plant spirit, but for all those years I had felt leading up to that point, which was probably about 5-6 years of when I was doing that quest, or the questing, I just felt that the plant spirit was contacting me, and I just knew, in my heart, this is what, there was like a eureka moment, the light bulb going off. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I just know it, and there was zero doubt in that. I didn't exactly know why, although I had a pretty good idea. For some people, they have no idea why. They just know they have to. They know that it's yes, but not why. For me, it was a bit of both, but it was very strong. So there could be no doubt in that, and so I had to follow it.
And does that come with a mission and a vision for your life?
Yeah, I believe so. And I'm here in a role of service to other people, to the earth, to nature. There's a Native American saying that comes from the Lakota nation or tribe, which is Mitakuye Oyasin, which means all my relations. So it's about serving all the relations in creation, and not just human brothers and sisters, but animals and plants, the rocks, the earth, because everything, it comes from one source, the same source. So yeah, I believe that's my role, and my vision for that is to be in this position of service to help raise people's awareness, consciousness, to help people heal, and to begin a new paradigm, which is perhaps based off a more ancient paradigm of living in harmony with all of our relations, and just being happy and at peace, but doing right by the earth so that future generations have a beautiful place to live.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you guide the Peru Pilgrimage for Outer Travels Inner Journeys, don't you?
Yes.
Actually, I'd love to know what inspires you to guide that.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I feel like it's a really great platform for me to share the gifts that I've been given, just as a person, that I've been born with, or that I've gotten through training over the years here in Peru on this medicine path. And it's a great way to connect with people on a more than superficial level, because we spend an entire week together. We participate in great activities together, we eat meals together, and so it's a great way to be able to share and to interact, and so people can get more than just a little bit of a taster of what it's like to live here, about the spirituality, the cosmovision of the Andes, about medicine, and just have a really good time. So I really enjoy that, because I get to connect with people, and working with a group of up to 10 people every month. A lot of friendships and great relationships are forged too, and people keep in touch, and I'm happy to do that as well. So I enjoy it, and the people really enjoy it, just judging by how they react to everything. And by the end of the tour, the group usually is so well bonded by the time that they leave or go on to the jungle to continue their medicine journey and deepen their healing and transformation. But oftentimes within the first few hours, everyone feels quite bonded. This is a very special place here in Cusco and the Andes. It's just very powerful, and it's palpable as soon as you arrive. And synchronicities and magical things are commonplace, so people feel that right away.
Nice. And part of the week is the Wachuma ceremony.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit, without giving too much away, about the Wachuma ceremony and what you hope people will gain from it?
Well, the ceremony is a sacred plant medicine ceremony with the sacred plant medicine Wachuma, or also known as San Pedro, which is the Spanish Catholic name that was given to the plant, Wachuma being the indigenous name, and the Quechua language, which is an ancient language here that was spoken by native peoples, the Inca and other native peoples here in the Andes, and all throughout a large portion of South America. It's a very powerful experience for people. It's an opportunity to heal themselves on multiple levels, on not only the physical, but also the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And it works by removing blockages and heavy energies that prevent us from having fulfillment in our lives, that cause illness or prevent the body from operating at an optimal level. And it helps to raise our own consciousness and awareness of what we have going on within those levels, so that we can consciously release those. And we find that we'll encounter less obstacles in our lives to fulfilling or manifesting our life's purpose or desires, and better able to just live a happier life. That's the main goal of participating in the ceremony and drinking the medicine. It's healing on all those levels, transformational also on all those levels, with the ultimate goal to be healthier and happier.
And so do you feel that, or do you think that, like it's one ceremony, isn't it? That is enough to have an impact that will impact somebody's life when they leave Peru?
Yes, I believe so. It's often quite profound, even after just one ceremony. Now, it's possible that a person will get the message that they need to return and do more work with this particular plant, or myself as a shamanic practitioner would see, okay, perhaps this person could benefit from more work, and I would share that with them. However, more times than not, people are having very, very powerful and transformative experiences just after one ceremony. And that might seem far-fetched, but just from experience over these years, I've seen it happen time and time again where it's the case. So it's worthwhile to do. And as a part of the Peru Pilgrimage, having that ceremony, it acts as perhaps a taster to what the world of plant medicine is all about, and so people can see the benefits of participating, whether or not they go on to do deeper work in the jungle, say with ayahuasca, or if they choose to return and work with Wachuma again. So it's a very nice addition to traveling through the Andes and visiting Cusco, the ancient capital of the Incan Empire, all the sacred sites, and ultimately out to Machu Picchu, which most people consider to be the culmination or the crown jewel of the experience. So Wachuma, also being a very gentle, loving plant, the spirit of the plant is very direct, very loving, very gentle. It's a heart-opening medicine. And so for those people out there who perhaps don't have any experience working with these power plants, or what they call entheogenic plants, this is a good one to begin with. And it's also a good one to just stick with through to the end, because the benefits are really wonderful as well. So having this as a part of the tour is wonderful too, because people also get to experience firsthand the other aspects of what I do, as a shamanic practitioner, as a medicine person. So we have fun, we travel, we learn, and we also partake in a sacred ceremony, all about healing.
Fantastic. And can you explain what the difference is between a drug and an entheogen? Or, in fact, a different question might be, how come Wachuma isn't considered a drug, but is considered a plant medicine or an entheogen?
Yeah, well, for me, the biggest difference between medicine and a drug is a medicine, by my own definition, and probably others as well, is that it promotes healing. It causes healing to occur without doing damage to the organism or the person. And it promotes healing without being addictive and requiring, not requiring, but causing a dependency to develop within the person. Whereas drugs are the opposite. They may remove symptoms, they may calm symptoms, but they don't necessarily promote healing. It could be a band-aid effect, or it could be something that people are simply using for recreation that could be highly addictive and very harmful as well. So with the plant medicines, we're talking about healing the roots of illness and removing those roots so that people are lighter and healthier afterwards, whereas not something that we take just to simply band-aid away symptoms. And this could be physical problems as well as mental, emotional, and deeper spiritual issues. That's how I would define the difference.
That's really clear. That's great. I hadn't even thought about the addiction side of it. I can't believe the noise in the background.
Welcome to Cusco.
Because I did Cusco Sunday morning. Sounds like there's a war going on out there.
9 a.m.
What do you bring to the tour, and what do you bring to the ceremony?
Lots of love. Attention to detail. But no, I genuinely care about everyone that crosses my path, especially people who become part of my life on a deeper level, as in clients and participants on the tour. So, you know, I'm bringing that love that I feel for being alive, that I've been given and blessed with as part of this path, and sharing that with people. You know, I have a deep passion for what I'm doing here, both in the ceremonial context or helping people with on a healing level through the plants and those techniques, but also about being on the tour. I have a passion for showing people all these beautiful places, and you know, even if it's just while we're here in the city and going to the restaurants that have the most delicious food, or helping you to just kind of navigate in a different country. I know about all those good things. So it makes the experience run really smoothly for people, and we have a really good time. So that's something you can expect for me to bring to the table. So I have everybody's back, and making sure that everything is taken care of, and people can really just let go and enjoy the experience, not having to worry about all those other logistics, because we've got them covered.
Fantastic. I think that's lovely. And I mean, you know, I wasn't in your group for the ceremony, but everybody absolutely loved what you brought, you know, your energy, and they just got so much from it. It was really lovely. If anybody is watching this and they're thinking, oh, shall I go or shan't I? Shall I go on that Peru pilgrimage or shan't I? What would you say to either, to help them gain clarity on whether it's for them or not?
Well, if they're asking that question, more than likely the answer is yes. If it's a clear-cut no, then it's no. But if it's, oh, should I go, should I not go? Yeah, there's at least enough within them saying, I want to do this. And perhaps certain thoughts crop up, certain doubts, like, wow, I don't know if I can make it work. Is the money going to come? I don't know if I can afford this. I've never left the country before. And those are just doubts. And those are fears or doubts, but they're so easily overcome. Once people get here, that those kind of worries disappear rather quickly. And it's a wonderful experience. It could be an experience of a lifetime for a person, or it could be an experience that really acts as a catalyst for a person beginning to live the life that they have always dreamed about, and finding themselves. So it's more than just a trip where you come down and take pictures at rocks or at the mountains, which I'm not judging that in any way, but it's a bit deeper in the sense that we really experience things on a deeper and special level. So that's what I say. Come on down.